Go to the phones real quick. I think we have Sharlene. Sharlene, are you here? No, let's try this. Sharlene?
Yes.
Okay, hi.
Good morning.
Okay,
Hi,
so
good morning.
yeah,
I hope you're all feeling well.
are you okay?
Yes.
We talked a little bit when I picked up the phone, and you were saying something about why are people mad at these high numbers. So can we just pick up from there?
Yes. Yes, sir. Okay, I don't understand why the people are furious. So people were waiting for results, right? And like the doctor said yesterday, they were backlogged. So, at least we see now that they're getting some results in. Now, of course, the numbers are high. We are all scared. But the ones who are doing their part in staying home and only going out when needed, that is to buy groceries, we are frustrated as well. So I don't understand why the people, they have this conspiracy thing, like, all in their head. Oh, it's just the government putting the numbers out there for more federal aid, for more, and you know what? That is just baloney. Because you know what? I don't wish for anyone, for any child especially, for any of our monuncles to catch this virus. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But us two who are doing our part, we are frustrated that that some people out there, especially those protesters, one was not wearing a mask, they were not social distancing. I mean, come on, really, constitutional rights? You can't keep put for 2 weeks, and that was all the governor was asking was for 2 weeks, just to see if the numbers will flatten. Apparently, it's not. And for them to say the doctor had no rights, they're frustrated. They are fed up. They are fed up. Not only are they still are the frontliners still waiting for their pay, but they're out there. They're not leaving the people of Guam behind. You have medics, you have firefighters, you have police officers. You think they're not scared? They're scared. They are scared. But they're still out there doing their job. So, you know what? Instead of us fighting, why don't we unite together? And then maybe, just maybe, when some of us start using our common sense, then maybe the numbers will go down. I've seen neighbors having gatherings with 25 people, not to include children. Do you know how sad that is? Not thinking of the children, putting the children at risk, but for booze, okay, a night to get drunk and chit-chat, that's worth it? And so that's the confusing part with the governor's executive order. GPD cannot force anybody to leave. They can, advise you, but they cannot force you. So that's the contradicting part. But the people of Guam, we all have to do our part. We are now the frontliners. That is true. Okay, Bree, when I saw you break down, I mean, that really, it hit a spot. It hit a spot because, you know what, there's a lot of people. I have a mother who has, medical conditions. I'm scared. My children have respiratory issues. I'm scared. So, you know, instead of protesting, the only thing you're going to do is prolong the lockdown. And I agree if the governor extends this lockdown. To show the people, you know what, stop acting like a 5-year-old and start acting your age. Be a parent, be an adult, be responsible. Because you're putting a lot of people in jeopardy. So don't complain about the numbers. Truly, it is their fault. Don't complain about the numbers. It's not a conspiracy thing. It has nothing to do with, more federal aid. It's what you didn't do to prevent and, make sure your family is safe when you're out there. It's what you didn't do. So go back and think of what you didn't do. It is so sad to hear that the numbers are already hitting little kids. It is so sad. This virus does not discriminate. And even in the from the get-go when they said our monuncles, we all knew. We'd taken that common sense. No, even children can catch this. So I am calling out the legislature, okay? Education first. Find a way for parents who chose hard copy. Find a way for parents who chose face-to-face. Find a way to help them. Because you know what? GDOE is doing their part. Now you have to have their backs. Stop fighting. Every time you watch a legislature, it's like you see a daycare center with toddlers just roaming around and going against each other. We need to stand together, not against each other. And you know what? Many people lost that. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Stop it some more, girl.
It's the truth. It is the truth. You guys are doing your job. I know you guys are scared. Teachers are scared. Everybody is scared. So the ones who want to go protest, okay, you test it. You go. If you catch it, that is your fault. Don't go to the hospital. Don't call the medics, because don't put their lives in danger. You chose to go out there to that protest. That is your choice. So don't come running to doctors, because you know what? They are overwhelmed. Everybody is overwhelmed. So you chose to put your own health in danger. That's your choice. Suck it up, Buttercup. Don't go complaining that the governor let you down, that KUM gave false news, that this conspiracy thing. Don't go complaining. When the governor was just trying, yes, we disagreed with a lot of things. But for 2 weeks, really, is it that hard for 2 weeks to just sit in place, go out only when you have to, when necessary? Is it really that hard? And you know what? And this is where parents, you are your child's role model. So when you are rebellious towards authorities, you are teaching your child to be rebellious towards authorities. So you know what, parents? Practice what you preach. And here's the thing. Now you know firsthand, when you go to a conference and that teacher tells you, your child or your son was giving you a hard time, they tried their best, but you want to say, oh, no, my child is targeted, this and that. No. Now you know firsthand what your child is really doing. So now it's biting you in the behind. We are not one. We are Guam. But with all the fighting and all the, it has. I mean, seriously, they have to stop. Common sense. That's what you really want to teach your child? Every time, go protest. Go protest. Seriously? I mean, God, the people are acting like the governor stripped us off our rights to, walk out of our own home to, no, it's just simple things. Abide by it 2 weeks. If she extends it, well, you know what? Thank you to those protesters, and thank you to the ones who just couldn't stay put. Because you know what? Others are taking this serious. Others are taking this serious. So we are frustrated that the ones who aren't, we have to all face this together. So if they can see that, not only they will be in lockdown, we are all going to be in lockdown. It's common basic sense.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley.
I really appreciate
Sharlene.
you guys, and like I said, to the people, let's work together, because you know what? When we work together, we can make a lot of things happen. We can flatten this curve. We did it once, we can do it again. We were warned about the second wave. We should have all prepared for it. But 2 weeks and everybody wants to whine. Do they want cheese with that wine? Because guess what? When the governor extends this, I mean, businesses. Okay, if you want to risk your employees, but a lot of employees are scared to return back to work. I understand. I understand the economy. I understand the struggles and hardships families are going through. I understand all of that. But we're not going to make it any better by always going out there and protesting and going against authorities. Yes, we all have the right to agree, to disagree. Yes, but for safety purposes, for your own health, the people really don't care? And, I'm really, hats off to that doctor. She did not sugarcoat nothing. Hats off.
She didn't.
Yeah.
Hats off. And I really did appreciate that. She did not sugarcoat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sharlene, you know what I was thinking about what she said yesterday or last night, and it really reminded me of when you go to the doctor. Like when I went to the doctor, I want to say like 3 years ago, I had a big scare. My blood pressure was crazy. They were like, whoa, how are you walking around like this? I was like really overweight, and they were like, "Hey, if you don't," and I had this like heart thing, and so I had to go on the EKG and get monitored and all this crazy stuff. But the doctor sat me down and he said, "Hey, if you don't do this, if you don't do this, if you don't do this, if you don't do more of this, you don't do that, if you keep doing this, then guess what? You're headed down that road: heart attack, hypertension, stress, all that diabetes, all that stuff in my family history." So I tried. I mean, I know sometimes it doesn't look like it, but I made the decision to do those things the doctor advised me to do to protect myself and to be there for my family. So it's the same thing that these doctors advise us exactly what we have to do.
Exactly, but you know what? I really strongly believe the offense is taken by the governor's executive order, because a lot of people, like I said, disagree with a lot of her decisions. Mm-hmm. But this decision is to just see if we can flatten the curve within the 2 weeks. But no, so the numbers went up. Okay, so yesterday, you both asked very honestly good questions. Okay, people are complaining. They're waiting for the test results. They're waiting. Yes, the doctor, common sense, stay home. If you didn't get a phone call, stay home. If you don't know if it's going to be a negative or positive, stay home. Okay, but really, what constitutional rights are we being stripped off?
That's a
and
good
like
question.
I said, parents, you are the role models for your kids. You set the example. So when your kid turns to a teenager and disrespects a law enforcement officer, how do you think that's going to plan out? It's not going to plan out good. But you know what? We are frustrated. And if I've made several donations to the Guam Fire Department here in Agate, food donations. I didn't even leave my name because I don't do things for recognition. Because nobody thinks about them. And to see how tired they are, to see they have families too. We all have families. So is it that hard? 2 weeks. So if the governor extends this, which I hope she does, maybe it'll be a lesson learned. And really, what's that? Right now she's being the parent, of course, to the rebellious ones. Ground them, find them, do it, enforce it.
Thank you.
Maybe then they'll learn.
Thank you, Sharlene.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Sharlene.
Hey, call
Stay
anytime.
safe.
Yeah.
I know you both. I know you three are frustrated as well. You guys get text messages. I know, maybe early morning with the results and stuff like that. And I know your hearts are pounding. So I feel for you all as well.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ashley.
Stay safe.
Be safe, okay?
You too.
Charlene. God, I don't know why I keep calling you Ashley.
You too. Please be safe. And, like I said, let's work together and not against each other. I mean, come on. There's a lot of that going on already.
Right on.
Yeah.
God bless. Please be safe. I do wash my hands and my thumbs for 30 seconds. Okay, I went over the 20-second bracket.
You sing Finogi Chamorro, I do it just for extra.
You know what? I loved the beginning of your live video.
Thank you.
To be honest, it brought tears to my eyes.
Thank you. Thank you, Shar. Okay,
Thank
we
you.
got to run then.